What is up, boys and girls? My name is Stevilla, and welcome to episode 9 of the NBA 2K16 career mode. Steve Villa again in his house, as you saw last episode. I'm getting low on battery. But as you saw last episode, Steve Villa had a poor time in his first game in the NBA. Didn't really get going. I think I missed a few shots as well. Just not really good enough to begin with, but other than that, I'd say I'm having a pretty good career so far. Everyone seems to know me, which is always good. A lot of media pressure though on the young star. Can I deliver? I certainly hope so. As you can see, I'm just having a bit of a shoot around at this moment. Swish. See, that's the frustrating thing. I can do that so well when I've got time, obviously, in the oh, I was not going to take away that thing, but anyway, just going to take a look at the 2K navigation. I talked about this last time, how I'm not really sure what there is in this, but it is pretty cool. But how many, have I got any more attribute upgrades I can do? I've got 182. We'll go for jump shooter. Increase 1, yep. So that's good. We increase that. That's all there really is, I think. I think you can change that animation and stuff. Anyway, we're going to get into the game. Come on, the Mavs against the Clippers.
We got Blake Griffin and
playing against Blake Griffin.
Going up against him.
I'm playing against everybody.
Just hope you don't end up on a poster.
Whip some.
But I've never been one to just get out the way. I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Gotta earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
There we go, Steve Villa. Apparently I'm living the dream. I mean, I've had one game so far. It didn't go very well, but still living that dream. Living the dream. So anyway, hoping that this game goes well, obviously. But I'm especially hoping that my second game goes well. I don't want to be... I'm assuming I won't start. I'll be on the bench. Most likely.
2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA.
Yeah, Steve Villa on the bench.
This is Kevin Harlan along with
where I am.
Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. The Clippers hoping to get a strong showing here.
Skip that. So we're ready. See, I really like this. I think this is cool. But you get almost like a little scouting report.
Here's Paul.
Players.
20 points for him last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it.
He's beat me there. I've already been beaten once.
Villa, he's in at point guard. Nowitzki is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Matthews in at the 3 slot.
And I shoot. And that is sweet. Make the shot straight up. It's only a 2 and not a 3, but regardless, that was a very, very nice bit of play.
Lateral movement.
Not bad for a first touch.
An outstanding defensive play.
And for the
oh dear, that's poor.
Paul and Crawford pair up
Williams, Matthews, sorry.
Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the 3.
And for Matthews, he knows that he's a strong defender, and so last year his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard.
I really like that angle. That's cool.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure
if
he's the clear-cut
simple
winner of that debate,
score.
but he is in the conversation.
But I got a pass lead to a foul. People happy about that.
Checked in.
Already having a better performance than last time out.
Nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games.
First up, why am I on the floor?
In preseason, and he played for a poor team, and things, you know,
we draw level with that. We can't actually take the lead here.
Like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
Yeah, the problem when you have that issue early on.
That was poor. We draw level. Not bad. Bad and Paul coming forward now.
Never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play, and that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season.
Even that was brilliant. Oh, they still get it. That was all my fault. I allowed them to get around. I allowed them to get.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
I really don't like the fact my number's no longer.
Now here's Freak, defended by Paul, and taken away by Paul.
This isn't shoot.
It's Crawford on the wing. from downtown. Good and
brilliant shot.
the assist.
We are well.
Got his 5th assist in this one.
And, you know,
We really
getting
have a
back to
25.
Raymond
That explains why
Felton,
I'm
it looked
not
at one point like he would become the league's next great playmaker.
Make the shot.
5th overall in
Straight back.
2005, immediately after
Steve
Darren
Villa.
Williams and Chris Paul. Felton never
Hoping
quite
to
reached the
continue.
stratosphere of his
We're
fellow
hoping to regain his high
Crawford kicks to
school
Griffin.
and college
To the middle.
form.
Paul uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got the lead up
And I'm on a
to 5
deep
now
kick.
for Los Angeles.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number
Oh,
one.
what a
for them.
brilliant
And
ball.
it's blocked by Jordan.
Apparently that's my fault that the shot was blocked.
Crawford kicks to Pierce. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Now the dish to Freak.
Oh, and he has a bad shot.
And he didn't get quite enough under
4
that
from
one.
me.
And one last thought about Raymond Felton. I really
now.
feel like he's at that classic
Another
in one's career.
point for them. We are now getting beat.
There, if he's
Not just beat, we are
he still
getting
has the skills
destroyed in
and
this game.
see to make a
Simply
difference.
not good
It
enough.
just comes down to him wanting to make that
I
effort,
think
which
we'll
gets
take it
harder
off very soon.
decade
Bad game, apparently.
on your back.
Well, I don't really get how. I saw I've only had 3 shots. How have only 50%?
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Griffin.
Skip that.
So we've reached
Okay, so
the end of the
half-time.
first half of play.
6 behind. So we've pulled the lead back by 1. Half-time team talk is this? Or is this the final? Or was the game over? So it was only half-time. No, well, only half-time. Okay.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side
John
out
Bench.
ahead through the first 2 quarters. Freaks checked in for
Back on.
Dallas. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And they may
Oh,
have been
that's
on the
just
road,
an
but you know
awful
what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that
That is
from
a
outside,
brilliant shot.
winning on the road a lot easier.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Villa, he's in at the point. Matthews out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Williams at the shooting guard.
They've shown some strength
And
in the
again, they're
paint
away.
today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys,
Another
that's
shot
putting it
comes
mildly.
in.
I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Boy,
Now,
Doc Rivers keeps on
Steve
leading
Villa
his
on the
teams
march.
to successful
And he
seasons. As former
tagged
coach of
it
the
in.
year,
really
rarely
poor
has
for
a
me, and I
season
nearly fell off
where his
the
team doesn't meet expectations.
Here's
Call, I
Griffin.
should say, sorry.
It's tipped.
Oh, now.
Freak with it.
Yeah, you should beat.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket
Boom.
just to
Gets the
regain some
assist.
momentum here, Kevin.
Steve Villa.
And that assist got him a little nod from
At least doing something right.
after that one.
I should really have 2 assists.
Paul
but it's
goes
great
in.
chance for this.
Good.
That's a breakdown
10
again.
points in just the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a
Simply
boost
not
here in the
good
second.
Here's Freak.
Inside again, looking to get inside the paint, looking to score. And he's
Shot
not
from
gonna score
12.
with that though, is he?
No good
That's
off the
poor.
back of the rim.
Can't
Nowhere
get
to go. That's
anything
fairly
to
good.
drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's
Good
probably
defending.
not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
By that gentleman, but
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last
Oh,
thing
brilliant.
they want to see him doing is
scores. Well
continuing
played.
to cast that jumper.
Well played.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
Clippers leading by 11. Paul
Again,
outside.
They've just been too good today.
Again, the miss by
On the ball
Paul.
now.
Dallas has gotten
I've gone
off
for a
to
shot by
very slow
accident.
start from three-point range in the second
That
half.
was
They're
stupid.
0 for 4.
Yeah, real nice.
It would have been a
shots
great shot of all
there.
time.
I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is
From
the
there,
case. Or
I
maybe,
put a finger on it.
maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still
Needs
can't figure
some
No.
kind of backup and make it back.
No.
Parsons attacking. And
Shooting foul.
As he misses, he'll go to the line and shoot
A couple
two.
of chances here.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total
And
package.
it appears I've been subbed.
And back.
I'm back on.
Mavericks
I'm on
trail
the
by
ball.
21.
Only
And
4
as we
points
head to the
in this
final
game.
buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record
Poor
book
shot there.
as a
That's
galley win
awful.
for the Clippers.
Not
They
found
could
it
do
today
no
at
wrong
all.
today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to
Honestly,
remember. And
he's away
on
here,
the
though,
other
surely.
side, definitely one you
Can't
want to
miss
forget
this.
as soon as
And
possible.
he only just scores, but he scores nonetheless.
On the year.
And
Makes
they'll
it
take the win tonight,
70
setting the
points
tone
to
in the first
89,
matchup of this
behind
four-game
before.
season series.
And it
Not
will
great,
be a
but,
fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's
Well, if we get
inevitable
chances like
that
this.
those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see
Shoot.
just how dominant a game this was.
He does,
for
and he
Blake
misses.
Griffin.
Okay.
You have to love
So I'm gonna break
the
and he
way
misses.
that he was closing out on
You're the
defensive
reason I'm not
trips.
succeeding
He
in
would
the NBA.
always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Chris Paul is out there
Right.
with Austin Rivers.
No.
Then there's J.J. Redick.
I wasn't
Then
able
it's
to-
Lance Stevenson. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup
Oh,
on the
nothing
floor
else.
for the Clippers.
And no one's in for the
And it's
rebound,
Freak
of course,
missing.
because when you're 19 points behind, why would you be desperate for points?
Now Rivers.
Here we go. I don't actually think I fouled this game, so that's good. And there it is, that's the end.
This one easily. They poured it out.
Oh dear. It was given poor by my teammates, I assume.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Post-game show is in.
Hi again,
Right.
everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Blake Griffin. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance.
So,
really
Blake
inspired
Griffin
the
had a
rest
good
of the
game.
team.
I did
Is
not.
there anyone in the NBA who's more?
That's the end of the post-game show. What
And
is he
that brings
doing
us to
the
the
right?
end of our broadcast for this evening.
That's quite a disappointing defeat. Not only just because of the loss, because Laware played 6 points and an assist. That's not really good, even though I was only on for 7 minutes. I get the feeling I'm not a key player anymore, obviously, because I've only just come to the NBA. I'm kind of restarting again, and I think eventually. Ooh. Another cutscene.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear it. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom said, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives, like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable.
Oh no, I didn't realize I had the
My
ability
daddy
to skip.
worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled.
I guess I don't really know what the relevance of this is, whether this is just supposed to be me meeting the team owner.
Yeah. So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Or whether, like,
okay, so what happened is
this is supposed to be me forming a bond, or whether it's just...
No, not dope.
Oh.
Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it. Because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life, and yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the...
I get the feeling like everybody hates
This
my
is not
friend
about
except
class warfare.
me, like in
This
life.
is
I get the
about
feeling I'm his only friend
making bad
in this game.
choices, risking it all when you feel like you have nothing
I
to
get the feeling that's going to come to a head at some point. Obviously, that's a little side story. I quite like the fact there's a little side stories. I kind of wish there was more you could do outside of playing.
Would a brother go looking for trouble?
But
Put your
oh well.
career and your livelihood at risk by getting...
I don't know if the press conferences eventually come back. I kind of hope they do. So I remember last year there was quite a few.
Scream to the media, yeah, it's all good. I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding.
I remember there was quite a few press conferences after the game, and they were all fairly good. I thought they were pretty good.
Do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. So you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey. Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house though. Yo, he's hot as ain't loyal, man.
Oh, that is not a good pause point. Look.
Are you freaking blind?
That's poor.
You know, I just want to know how much
These cutscenes are so long.
to make all this go away.
Almost 100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
But Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will...
Okay, so this is just a meeting essentially saying, well, that was just a meeting, I should say. they're just not happy
Tell you about Vic.
about Vic.
He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're
Going to watch this. Either that's just me talking about him. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching so much. If you did enjoy this video, even though it was fairly long, I can only apologise. Please like, subscribe, please share it, please get the channel growing, and I will see you later. Have a good one.